Hello everybody and welcome to Blox Games. I'm your host Bam, and today we have a very interesting video topic for you today. Today we'll be talking about the ultimate zombie game in Roblox, and beware, this one is a little bit spooky. So stick around if you want to hear it, and of course, subscribe, hit that like button and everything in between, and comment down below any other video ideas you have in the future. Anyway, that is all for me. Let's roll the intro. Alright, so, Zombie Stories Beta. This is the game that we will be talking about mostly today, for it is technically, and in my opinion, one of the scariest, most interesting zombie games I've ever seen so far. Now, Zombie Stories Beta was actually made by a place, or technically a group called Pandemic, which is kind of ironic considering 2020, which was recently the year that we just went through, was very pandemic filled. So, of course, this game is very interesting and very unique compared to all the other games that I've played. On screen, I did a game through, or a gameplay really per se, of what it was like going through the game's story mode, and to be honest, I am very impressed by how amazing this game looks in general. The graphics are amazing, the mechanics are amazing, and overall it just looks nice, clean, and fresh from all regular Roblox games. Now, you may be wondering what makes this game inherently scary. Well, there's a lot of things that make it inherently scary. We start off the game with a very modest chapter story-based dilemma. We go with our crewmate that you meet in the beginning of the game, which are all other players, so it's not just NPCs, but we all get to go and check out this zombie that is in this quarantine room that we're going to have to kind of dissect and figure out what happened to. And so in the game, we are kind of trying to figure that thing out. We check the computers, we do all this, yada. And then all of a sudden, we get some crazy meltdown that's happening in the room, and this is when all the horror elements start to begin. Now, I wouldn't say technically horror, but it does feel sort of horror-ish to me because I was kind of scared, not gonna lie. But one of the main features of this game is just the way it runs in story mode and in mechanics-wise. It is very fast-paced, it's interactive, and a thrilling story, and so it's very interesting. Now, some big facts about this game is that you can team up with up to 5 players to fight off zombies in various co-op missions or experience other enjoyable game modes, which is really cool, especially since there is not only a story mode, so that way you don't have to go through the story every single time you play it, but you can go through the story just to have fun with friends and so on and so forth. Now, only using the trading window to trade and other trading ways aren't supported by Pandemic, and you may get scammed, so that is a very big thing that was noticeable in their description. You can always check out their description on the gameplays, which also has a lot of interesting factoids there. They list their controls, and they also list their updates and their visits and all that good stuff. Now, a very interesting factoid that I learned was that this game is actually still in beta. For being in beta, this game has come a long way, and it was last updated on 12/29/2020. Now, this game is technically under an FPS genre, but it does hold a lot of zombie elements due to the fact that its main horror element is focused around zombies. Now, they do have a store where you can buy revives, night vision, dark ops set, a wastelanded set, and a pink pack, which is super cool things. If you're into all that, you can always get those. Now, one of the interesting thing that I learned was that private servers are actually a total of 10 Robux instead of the normal 100 Robux you get on most servers. Now, they're pretty cheap, but this is also a very cool and amazing game that I would highly suggest joining. Now, reason I would get a private server is because this game has a max player of 100, so it is very hard to find a server with all of your 5 friends to get on, and it is pretty difficult, so I would suggest doing that. Now, as of right now, for only being in beta, this game has over 50.1 million? Sorry, I thought I read that number wrong. It is 50.1 million visits for only being out in 2019, which is very, very impressive. Now, they also do have a Twitter page called @PandemicRoblox, or Roblox spelled RBLX, where you can join their server, send all feedback, issues, questions, and concerns. They also have a Discord and a YouTube channel where you can find all those cool things. Now, talking about game badges, their game badges are pretty interesting. They have a bug tester, which is earned only by playing the game during its testing phases, aka Alpha V2.0, and the rarity is 0.0, which is impossible. They also have a Halloween 2020 winner, which is no longer obtainable because it's earned by beating the 2020 Halloween event challenge. Which is really cool, and I thought it was really neat. And they also have an event delayed, is watch the countdown despite of the live event being delayed, which is, I don't quite understand what that one was for, but I feel like they may have had a live event that people went to, and it may have gotten delayed at some point, but they still watched it, which is pretty cool. They also have a Winter 2020 event, which was, I guess, another event that one person could get, which is pretty cool. I feel like they do have a lot of community interaction, which is very neat, very special, and all that good stuff. Overall, I believe this game is pretty awesome, pretty amazing for its time and for the effort being put into it, and I would highly suggest playing it. And yeah, that's all about what I have for you today. Play this game. It's super, super worth it. Anyway, that's all for me. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope it was informational and super fun to watch, and I hope the gameplay was pretty good. This is Bam, signing off from Blox Games. See you later!